Okay, so I have my kids, and I'm super excited to have my kids, and we're gonna hang out. I'm gonna make French toast in a little bit, French toast and breakfast sausages, and we're gonna play video games and have fun all day. But I had to get something in. Um, so I went front squats, and I'm doing them to a pin. I have it set slightly higher than normal, so I would categorize this as about a half an inch above, an inch to a half inch above full depth. It's really a full depth, but just a little bit held back so that I don't kind of lose my brace in the bottom. And yeah, I had a good workout today. I felt really good. I did a new mobility routine before my run, and it was magical. Like, I kind of just wrote like 10 movements. So mobility routines, like, I would advise you not to take a basic mobility routine off of YouTube. I mean, you of course can do that, and it might even be a good starting point, but you're going to have to adjust it to your specific demands and your specific problem areas. I feel like this is true of all people all the time. There's no way around this, you know? And I said earlier, don't take a template one off of YouTube, but actually, I want to take that back. Yeah, start with a template, especially if you have no concept of how to like structure your own. But you're going to have to change that template. Like, understand that it's a template and not something that's going to serve you. Like, your body, even if you're the most ordinary athlete on planet Earth, your body is going to have nuance. Your body is going to have specific needs that require extra attention, and it will have to be tweaked, you know? This comes to that old adage where it's like, oh, I started running, and you run like 3 miles every other day, and the first month or so you lose a bunch of weight and you get pretty good, and then you plateau, right? And then you get discouraged and you quit running. Like, that adaptation process is your body functioning exactly how it's supposed to, you know? And then after you quit running, you gain more weight than you lost, right? Because that is, again, an adaptation process where your body is seeking equilibrium, you know? It's trying to get back to a baseline for totally ignorant survival purposes. And man, that's tough. It's really hard to combat. Oh yeah, I do a little stretching between reps. This is at 3 times speed. Let me know if you like it. I don't know. I feel like it looks better than 5 times speed, but I got to jump through some hoops to adjust it, so I'm not sure it's worth it. Anyway, if you're taking on a mobility routine, it has to evolve. And one thing that I did not do this whole month is I didn't follow my own advice. I just went with a generic mobility routine before my run, and it wasn't working, you know? I have tight front of the body. I'm not being very technical in this, but I have a tight front of the body issues, and they're asymmetrical, meaning one side is worse than the other. And like, a simple basic routine will get me better than nothing, but with just a small amount of tweaking and a small amount of nuance and care, it was meaningfully better. And like, my run was so enjoyable this morning, and I was 30 seconds faster, you know, with extremely low effort. All I did was, I didn't even take any extra time. I just added 2 new movements and changed 2 others. You might be thinking something like, hey Joe, that all sounds good, you know, but like, I don't know anything about this shit. How am I supposed to edit my mobility routine? Well, I'd like to teach you how to do that. And I might include some videos in the future walking through that process. But also, like, it is not as difficult as you think, you know? Like, you could probably go with your instincts and take some guesses based on like organic feedback, how your body feels, and you're gonna do pretty well. Like, I think because like physical therapy and personal training are like professions that people have, we assume that we can't do this stuff for ourselves. But all of the information from their college courses and their training are available online for free. You can do this. Like, and more important than that, because now you might be thinking, oh, that sounds like a lot of studying. I don't need homework. I just want to work out. Like, even without that, just feeling your body in space, just understanding what your limitations are, honestly, and just working through some basic movements using a template, you're going to get somewhere pretty close, you know? And over time, you're not going to nail it the first shot. You definitely won't. But over time, say you devote a small amount of time and energy and attention to it every day, you're going to come up with something really good. Like, for sure. I'm not just blowing smoke right now. This absolutely will happen for you. So, but also, if there's any interest in this, let's talk about it in future episodes of Squat Every Day. Let's go through it, man. Because, like, there are some basic structural ideas that you want in a mobility program, you know? You can break it up into upper lower and do one every other day, or as I prefer, you do a total body one every day. But even though I say that I prefer a total body one every day, I will still break up into upper lowers. And this should take 10 to 15 minutes, even if you're prepared to do it multiple times a day, which I recommend. Especially if you sit at work, you could do several 5-minute sessions and get really, really good results. I'm not saying like you'll maintain. I'm saying you'll make mobility progress for sure with like 2 to 3 5-minute sessions a day. If you do it with a little bit of intensity and a little bit of care, this is absolutely a true story. I didn't plan on talking about that today, but look at me, I've rambled for a long time. I worked up to 185 in the front squat. And I was just really like not even thinking, just moving through it, 10-pound jumps from 95. Mostly I was fantasizing about hanging out with my children and having fun today and eating French toast. But 185, which is more or less a maximal effort for me, moved pretty well. I mean, you'll see it here. It gets pretty grindy. And I definitely had to slap myself in the mouth a couple times. But overall, for a nothing burger of a workout, I'm really happy with this. I'm really proud of this work. And yeah, I don't know. What else? I wander off screen for a while. Yeah. So when I get up above 90%, I can get pretty abusive with myself internally. And like I tend to take strolls when that happens, you know, and just really harness some hate. Yep, my rack position looks awesome. Yeah, knees buckled in a little bit. 3 times speed, I could see it a lot better. Anyway, this is Joe in real life. I love you guys. Be good to each other. And I'm going to try hard to do the same. I'm going to enjoy my babies today. All right, I'll talk to you tomorrow.